Right, Temple Runners. Last time we left it, our character was being chased by the creature from the temple. He had the idol, but he was being chased. Now we get to the best bits of our story. Now we get to the action and start to put in some of those different problems that he comes up against in the game. So, different problems we could use. We could use the rope slide. We could use the jumping over the rivers. We could use the water chute. We could use the mine. All those problems. So we're just going to concentrate on one of those today. Let's have a look at the worksheet we're going to be using. Here you go then. So same thing as normal, we're going to use the same starter sentence and the same end sentence. So our starter sentence is, Guy raced from the tomb's entrance, desperate to escape the creature. And then we're going to put in our detail, our description, describe that first problem that our character comes up against. Like I say, I've got rope swings there, rapids, minecarts, all sorts. For today's one, I'm going to use the rope swing one. I'm going to use that one, the first one you come up against in the game. Within today's work, though, there's a couple of sentences, a few sentences I want you to try out, those exciting sentences again. Can you see if you can use an ly opener? Let's try using an ing ed and also with an action, more action. So we'll have a look at those sentences in a few seconds. And then, of course, we got our final sentence, the one we're all going to end on today. He wasn't safe yet. And that will lead us on to our next problem. So let's have a look at those sentences first. Okay, so our first sentence here is the ly opener. Does what it says on the tin again, doesn't it? It starts off with that with an adverb, ly adverb. So cautiously he stepped closer to the edge of the cliff. And this one, bravely she jumped across the raging torrent. So just adds an adverb at the start of the sentence. Don't forget the comma just after that adverb there. Okay, then we've got our ing ed sentence. So this is basically two verbs. So we've got the running, an ing verb, and the halted ed verb. So running along the path, he halted as the ground gave way. On this one, I've got charging and stopped are my two verbs there. Charging through the woods, she stopped at the sight of a raging river. Don't forget, again, that comma after that first clause that we've got there. So have a go at doing those ones. You might want to come up with a list of verbs ending in ing or verbs ending in ed to help you along with that one. And the last one with an action, more action. So this one starts with a subordinate clause at the beginning there. With a deep breath, he launched himself across the gap. So we've got an action, and then we've got more action, our main clause there. Another one with a quick look behind, she ducked and slid under the giant blade. So those are the different types of sentences I want you to have a go at trying to use today. So see how you get on with that. Now, let's have a quick look and see how that might look in an example. Okay, so the one that I was using the rope slide coming down. So we'll see how we kind of fit that in. Remember, we got that starting sentence straight away. So Guy raced from the tomb's entrance, desperate to escape the creature. And put a bit of background there for thinking about what the game was like. So running along the high, narrow path, Guy suddenly halted as in front of him the path had disappeared, collapsed in a recent landslide. Okay, here's the first exciting sentence. Cautiously, Guy stepped to the edge of the path and looked down into the seemingly bottomless valley. So I've got my ly opener there. Rocks and boulders littered the floor. If he slipped and fell now, it would mean certain death. Looking around, he saw a rope, old and worn, had been rigged up to haul up provisions for the guardians of a temple. Maybe, just maybe, he could use this to slide down and escape from a creature pursuing him. I thought I'd better just remind people that he's still being chased by a creature. Okay, here's my next little sentence. With a last look behind him, Guy jumped and took a firm grip on the rope. So that's with action, more action. The descent was rapid, the rope burning Guy's hands as he flew down towards the valley floor. With a thump, he landed heavily and picked himself up. Looking over his shoulder, he could see the evil creature just about to follow him down the rope slide. He wasn't safe yet. Okay, so there you go. There's my first problem. I don't know if you spotted the Inged sentence. It was there right at the start. So even find that one, maybe look out for that one within there. But we've got our first problem sorted and done, and our character's now ready to go on to the second problem. We've kind of left it hanging. He wasn't safe yet. So there's going to be more to come. So good luck with this first problem. Try and make it sound as exciting as possible and try and use some of those sentences. Best of luck, and I look forward to hearing some.